AI is incredible. It can teach you how to fry an egg and even write a poem, pirate style. Yarr! But it knows nothing about your work. Slackbot is different. It doesn't just know the facts. It knows your schedule. It can turn a brainstorm into a brief. And it doesn't need to be taught. Because Slackbot isn't just another AI. It's AI that knows your work as well as you do. Visit slack.com/meet Slackbot to learn more.
Hi.
Hello, Hot Vibes, and welcome back to a recap of The Next Prince, episode 4.
Woo! Bro, you don't understand. I woke up this morning like a zombie for some reason. I worked an 8-hour day yesterday.
Yeah.
And then I got home. And then in the middle of the night, right before I went to bed at like midnight, I watched The Next Prince. And then I was like, okay, time to go to bed. And I woke up at 8 to go to work again. And I was like, I woke up and I was like, what the fuck is wrong? Like, what? Like, I'm so tired. I don't know why. And then I took my meds, so that woke me up. But halfway through my shift, which was only like a 5-hour shift, I was starting to crash again. I was like, what the fuck is I'm so tired. And then I just like laid down 2 hours ago. One, to watch Your Sky, which I finished. And then like for the last half hour, I've just been laying in bed watching YouTube going like this and going like, I set like 2 alarms on my phone because I was like, if I sleep through this sort of fuck. I'm so tired.
Anything else happened this week?
God, I don't even know, bro. What even happened this week? Oh, I mean, this is related to Next Prince, but I got the murder board.
Oh, yes.
It's not complete yet. I started it, and then I started putting like pictures like together on Canvas so I could put them up, like with a magnet. But I haven't yet. I've only done like 2 of them, so it's not ready yet.
Okay.
However, we can always like write down clues,
Yes.
for me to put on the board while I put it together, because I put stuff on there that I don't think needs to be on there. So I'm gonna. I was looking at like scenes from Castle, like as like inspiration, like because they have the giant murder board, and so I'm like, okay, what did they do? And so now, yeah, there's stuff on there that I don't need, but I now that I know what I don't need, I'll erase some stuff, move stuff around, write smaller in certain spots, depends. So once we'll have more clues probably to talk about. I don't know. I didn't really see some of them. Fucking hell, I didn't see them. But we'll have to talk through this episode and see if there were any more.
Yeah.
I don't think anything else happened this week though. So how was your week?
Nothing really happened, honestly. It was kind of boring. Oh, I'll give my Pippe mini recap.
Yes, of course.
Okay, so let's see. I'll divide it by the couple sections, because each couple were doing stuff. So North and Sonic.
Yes.
They were getting weird.
Oh, no.
They're getting a bit weird now, because, like...
No.
Because, like, so Sonic was gonna head back to Paris, and North was kind of upset about that. But then Sonic was like, oh, maybe I'll stay longer. And I think North overheard that, but then he's kind of, like, now acting weird and distant with him. So I don't really know what that is, but there's, like, stuff going on there. Babe's a moron.
Oh, good. All right. I figured that, but...
So he thinks that Willie has a special sense of some kind.
Yeah.
Because Willie let him win the race. And so his goal was to figure out if he does or not. And by doing so, he lied to Charlie and was like, hey, I'm going to be out late. But Charlie was like following him because he kind of knew he was being suspicious. So he was following him. He ended up going to this like sauna place thing, or hot tub area, I don't know, with Willie, where they were both naked with towels around them. And he was like flirting with him to try to like get info out of him. And then Willie saw right through that, threw him up against a wall. Babe's towel fell. And then Charlie walked in. Willie still had his towel on. And Charlie kind of saw a awkward situation there. So yeah, that's where they are.
I could have told you this bitch was a moron. I could have told you all of them were fucking
Look,
morons.
we all knew he was a moron, okay? I'm just adding the evidence. Chris is getting more sus because he hacked into Pete's computer and started looking at files. I don't know what the files were, but it seems suspicious that he was doing that. And also, him and Pete now have a like a friends with benefits relationship where they just sleep together all the time. Also, Kenta snuck into one of Tony's places to get like info and evidence, and then he got it, so he went to go show Pete. But as he did, he walked in on Pete and Chris making out on a pool table.
Oh dear.
Which was very unfortunate. So he was very upset by that. And Kim kind of talked to me. He's like, "Oh, so you're still like in love with him?" And like, that wasn't good for you to see. And Kenta, poor Kenta. He literally said like, since I was born, the only two people in my life were Tony and Pete, and neither of them truly loved me.
Ow.
It's so sad. I'm like, poor Kenta. Like, it's true. Like, I was like, it's true. But it's so sad. And I'm just like, oh, poor Kenta. Like, I fucking love Kenta. Him and Kim are gonna get together. It's gonna be great. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. And yeah, that was this week of Pit Babe for y'all. Anyway, the next Prince, episode 4. So, we start off with Kanin playing a song on the piano.
Yes, very pretty voice once again.
Yes, very nice. And then this is where we get introductions to a bunch of
people. Yeah.
A lot of languages too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get Lady On, who I believe speaks English, and he speaks English with her. Then we get the Emperor of Da Chehong, where Kanin speaks Mandarin to him.
Mm-hmm.
And the king kind of looks at him like impressed by that.
He's like, "Oh shit, you know Mandarin?"
Well, yeah, and we also see that name.
Yeah.
What's the name?
Charan.
Karan. He
with the ch. Charan.
Karan.
Charan.
Karan.
You keep saying it with a T. I swear to God.
No, I'm saying Karan.
No, it's not Karan. It's Charan.
You just said you're not to say it with a T.
No, ch.
Charan.
There you go.
Oh, okay. Charan. He has a little like earpiece in him, talking to Kanin, explaining who all these people are to him.
Yeah, it's very Devil Wears Prada, ear on shoulder kind of thing.
Sure.
Swear to God.
Then we meet another, I believe this is Thai, a guy, they're close neighbors, and the son, Prince Calvin, is interested in a art class.
This guy is going to be more of a main character. Not a main character, but a side character. He's going to have storyline here, I think. And he's in another ship. He's with someone else. He is in a ship. But did you know that they recast him?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so. Because I was scrolling through photos to find for this fucking murder board. And I got to like the very beginning of the photos where it's like, you know, beginning press photos, like pre pilot trailer kind of shit. And I was like, hang the fuck up.
Yeah, so originally, for those who don't know, Thomas and Kong, who play Moonfa and Tarak in Your Sky, were supposed to be Prince Calvin and his lover who was singing in the last episode.
Okay, so that's what okay.
Yes. Slight spoiler, but I knew that.
That's okay.
Yeah. But however, I remember seeing this on Twitter, that they had to step back because they were filming both Next Prince and Your Sky at the same time. And so the scheduling conflicts and all that, they stepped back, and then I believe their names are Net and JJ stepped into these roles now.
I'm sure because this show looks like it requires a lot more like time and energy and like meticulous like stuff and planning to film. So I'm sure it was really hard to film this and something else at the same time.
Yeah,
and their mains in the.
I was gonna say, especially if they're like the lead characters in like every scene, like it. Yeah. Like there would have been no way it would have worked, which is unfortunate. I would love seeing them in this, but I'm sure Net and JJ are also gonna do great. I'm very excited to see what they are, because right now they're kind of just like there.
Yeah, they're just like, we haven't even seen them near each other, so
I'm wondering if they're just gonna be because they're not related to like the royal family, so I wonder if they're just gonna be like the healthy, nice, pure side couple.
I'll
just
bet.
like
I'll fucking bet.
which is always fun to have.
It's like, oh look, a red flag, not a red flag, a relationship that has 0 red flags.
Yeah.
We need one in every show.
Yeah, and so far everyone else in the show isn't really up to par. And then he meets another guy. I believe he speaks Japanese to him. This is Japanese. And then meets these other 2 guys. One is speaking French and the other is speaking Spanish, and he speaks French and Spanish to both of them.
Wow.
Yes.
Polyglot.
I remember in my reaction, I was trying to be like, wait, are these the right languages? Because I was trying to like hear and see if I was right about it, and someone I think said that I was right about the languages. So
I always wanted to be a polyglot, but I need time. I'm not. I have no time on my hands to do so.
yeah.
Maybe now that I have the motivation. Ish.
Yeah. So then it's the dance. You know, the dance that he was practicing for in the last episode?
Yeah.
Yes.
This was giving Bridgerton. I love it.
Never seen it.
Oh my god, you're insane.
I don't watch a lot unless I react to it. I'm watching very few shows, okay? And Princess Ava goes up and she's like, "Hey, do you want to dance?" And she dances with Kanin, and we see other people dance. Ramil dances with some girl, and so does what's his name? Hang on, some comment to his name because I'll bring him up more later. The guy, what? Peitai.
What?
Peitai.
Okay.
Yeah, Peitai is Ramil's like boy.
That's yes. Boy.
I don't know what to call them right now. I don't really know the full relationship, but
Boy toy?
no way. It's definitely more than that.
I think I think I would have thought it was boy toy like previously, and then after this episode, I was like, oh, there's some other serious shit going down here.
No, no. I will get into it. People commented and like explained things to me about their situation, and like it is not a boy toy. It is very much a real like.
Oh, I'm very curious. Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm excited to talk about that. But yeah, Peitai is also dancing with a girl, and both him and Ramil exchange some looks as they are dancing with these women. And another woman goes and asks, what's his name? Why can't I remember his name?
What the fuck?
It always had, there's always like one person in the show where I'm like, I can't remember their name. Sharon?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Well done.
Okay, good. I got it. She
You got
asked
it.
Sharon to dance. And he's reluctant at first. He's like, oh no, I shouldn't, but then decides to.
Yeah. You could tell he wasn't even saying I shouldn't, he was just ignoring her while she's standing in front of him. And she's just like, you could see her start to look, oh, this is really embarrassing.
Yeah.
Eventually he does dance with her.
So then they get the part of the dance where everyone starts switching partners, and I think Ramil ends up dancing with Ava, and Kanin dances with some other girl.
And they look very tense. Him
Yeah.
and Ava. They look very tense because they don't like each other at all, it seems like.
Yeah, they got some beef.
Yeah. So like when she was dancing with Kanin, it's like but with them it's like
Yeah.
like really, really, really stiff.
Yeah. And so then I don't know if they did the whole switch thing or if Kanin just goes for it.
I think he just
kind of
goes
pushes
for
the
it.
other girl away and like starts dancing with Sharon.
He fully just goes for it. Like, I swear to God, like, there's no switching at this point. He's just like, I'm gonna dance with you now.
Yeah. Then he trips and falls, then Sharon has to catch him, and the presses are all there still, remember. So they're all, like, eating this up.
Everyone's like, oh, hello? Do we have tea?
Oh, yeah.
We have all the tea.
Yes. And then Kanin's butler is like, hey, I think you're good for now. Let's kind of like wrap this up.
How about we back up and leave the room?
Yes. So then I believe it's the next day after the dance, and the butler is telling Kanin, he's like, okay, so you're about to be interviewed. Anything about the whole Sharon dance situation, you deny.
Not even deny, just like don't say shit. Anything.
Yeah.
Not a word. No comment.
Yeah. And we see the interview, and they do ask about it. And then the butler's like, "Oh, actually, our time's up. It's time to wrap this up."
I wonder what would have happened if they'd asked those questions earlier in the thing. Because, like, the
I think
second
he
he
would
asked
have
that
said the same
question,
thing. He like,
literally, like, he sits down, like, alright, it's time for the interview. Okay, what was that with you and Sharon? It turns out he has some things to get to, so we're actually busy, so let's go, let's leave.
yeah, no, for
But
sure,
you just
that's
sat
what would have happened. And then we see that Kanin is alone with Sharon in like the back room or whatever, and he's like, "You don't need to stand. You can come sit down." And so Sharon sits in the chair, and he's like, "No, right here next to me on the couch." And so he has to get up and sit next to him on the couch. He asked him why he wasn't in the interview room with him when he was being interviewed, and the obvious reason is that there's already drama going around with them, and he kind of explained that he's like, "Look, a lot of people kind of saw us there, and if I was there with you, that would have made things more awkward." And he says like nothing matters more than your public image.
I would be like, oh, who gives a fuck? But also, then again, like, I mean, it's true, it matters, but like, but that's the thing is, like, in his brain, that's probably what he's thinking as well. Like, who gives a fuck about my public image? Because he's new to this. If he had grown up in it, then it would have been like, oh god, yeah, like, that's true, my public image, da da da. But he had never had to worry about it before.
Yeah.
So he doesn't feel like he needs to worry about it now. But also, he's got the other side of his brain that's like, I really gotta win this fucking competition.
Well, I think a good example is Ramil. Like, we see how him and Peitai, like, their relationship's very, like, it's very kept away because he grew up in this. And he knows that, like, no one can, like, even though I'm not sure if the dad knows or not, or if it's like, I'm still confused about that.
I don't think he knows, really. I think it's just that, he knows that, like, he gets him to do stuff for him, or he's in his charge when needed or something like that. And so he's like, basically, he didn't look after you like he was supposed to because you did stupid shit.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna with him.
Yeah, it could be that. I think it's that. I think I got comments on my reaction, and I'll bring up when we get to certain scenes that help explain things. I think.
Okay.
Kanin, he's like, "Oh, so what you're saying is you care about me, like, right?" And he's like, "Yeah, I care about you."
Well, yeah, you're the prince. I gotta. He's like, but now.
Yeah. and he's like, "As a what?"
As a what?
And then the butler comes bursting in, and he's like, "You forgot to take your mic off."
Oh my fucking god! How do you forget to take your fucking mic off? Ah!
So now, everyone heard that entire conversation about him being like, "Oh, sit next to me. Oh, you care about me," and everyone's talking about it.
Holy shit! So we're fucked, basically.
Yeah. And we get to see Ava talk with her dad. And she's like, "I don't think they're together. Like, I mean, Sharon's too smart to kind of do something like that." And her dad's kind of like, "So it's just for like attention? Like this whole thing's just to like it's one of those like, oh, no press is bad press kind of situations of just like yeah. So that's what the Pink Phoenix clan is suspecting.
And he also said something. I think, is this the point where she where he talks to her about the fencing, is the competition as well? He talks to her about the competition here as well, and
it may he says it may not directly affect the competition, according to the old rules, but I don't think things will go that smoothly.
Yeah, and she says he's like, "We'll get you a different coach or something like that." She's like, "No, my coach is very suited to my needs."
Yes.
Is that
that's what I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Because she name drops her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mira is a perfect fit.
Mira. Oh yeah, 100%.
So, because I originally thought it was the lady on who like first introduces herself to Kanin at the beginning of the episode. At first, I was like, "Oh, why are we introducing this random person?" But then we kept introducing a bunch of other random people, and I was like, "Okay, maybe not." And then she name dropped Mira. And
the first for the first second that we saw Lady On, like when they looked at each other and went like this when Kanin was playing or something like that, for half a second I went, "Girl," and then I went, no, because I feel like I don't think they'd pair her with like another like lady or princess or royal and who both just went like this like to each other. Like no, it didn't feel right for the energy that I feel like a relationship would have. Like because we see all the other relationships are very like, you know, I thought it would follow the same trend of the others, which is like one royal or higher court person and one who's like lower court or a royal guard or like a servant. Like I thought it would follow a similar path.
Yeah.
I guess. So I didn't think it was gonna be her.
Yeah, I think right now we're both pretty convinced it's Mira. We haven't met Mira yet, so who knows? But we're both. I mean, we're kind of like that's who I would put money on. Is it's Mira?
Yeah, that's what I put the money on. Yeah.
And then we see in the Slytherin clan, they're also hearing the news about the whole Kanin Sharon situation. Ramil's scrolling through Twitter, seeing everyone talk about it. Peitai sits with him, and Ramil asks him, he's like, why this creating the buzz? What is this? Like, look at this. Like, showing him all the people talking about it.
This is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. Honestly, I think a part of him is jealous because he's been royalty longer, and he's been we're assuming in a relationship with him longer, and it's like, people love this, but I have to keep it a secret now. Like, I think he's a little bit jealous, and rightfully so, I'll say.
Rightfully so, yeah. He's probably like, what the fuck? Like, I had to do so much to keep my relationship a secret. What the fuck is he's out here just like almost kissing and secretly talking to this guy, and everybody's like, woohoo! Like, what the fuck did I do all this for then?
Yeah. And once again, they both agree that like, yeah, no, like the whole Golden Horse clan's doing this to stir up rumors and, you know, create some buzz around them.
Which is interesting because that's what it turns into.
Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah.
No, that's what it is. It's literally like they make it put on a show for it and lean into it.
Which is interesting because it didn't start out that way. It was just like them being them, and then everyone's like, "Oh, they're totally fucking with us." And then the grandpa's like, "You shouldn't do this." But then the server's like, maybe we should be fucking with them." So it's like,
well, yeah. So we'll get to that scene now with the king kind of talking with them, and he's like, I don't like this, you know, like. I mean, I took Sharon in, and I adopted him, and you're my grandson.
Yeah.
But this will bring me to the first comment I got.
Okay, good, because like it's interesting that he wasn't like, "Ew, no men together." He was like, "I don't know, I kind of adopted him, and like so family with family is kind of weird." Like that's his problem with it. It's not that it's two men; it's that they're like now kind of related. Like.
Well, this brings me to a comment I got, which at those are the wrong letters. At YYNWI said, no, the king did not legally adopt Sharon. He just took him under his wing and made sure he was trained.
Okay, so he didn't. Okay.
So it's not like he legally adopted him, which means technically there's no issue here.
Yeah.
But, okay, so in my reaction, I was saying that the king's saying this because of two guys. Like, I actually don't care for that. I think it's because of that. I actually have more theories now, actually, about it's just wait till we get there, but oh god, my head's like exploding. Anyway, another comment I got was from at Melinda Wilson 9175 said the king doesn't care that Kanan is gay, that's why he brings up marriage equality. What he doesn't like is that Sharon is a lower status than Prince Kanan. If Sharon was a prince, he probably wouldn't have a problem with them being together.
I'll bet. That's usually what it is. With rich people and royal people, it tends to be about status.
Yeah, I'm still not sure how I really feel. I still think there might be some homophobic lines in there.
Maybe, I don't know. I haven't seen enough to be like, homophobic. I've seen enough to be like, you're evil. But like, homophobia is not on the list yet. For me, it's mainly just like, you know, like, I don't want you to fucking this. I treat this guy like my son, but I'm sure there's like other motives, obviously.
Yeah. But my biggest thing about this was that I completely had a brain fart. I was gonna say something about this, and it was gonna be so good, I think, but now I can't remember it.
Sure about that?
Hold on, it was something with the king, and the oh yeah. So I think. The reason he doesn't bring up like, oh, he brings up marriage equality, you know, he doesn't say anything like negative about that. But I think that doesn't mean he doesn't think it. And I think he knows that Kanin's gay. And I think he knows that. And he's more like, and again, he's trying to get on Kanin's good side.
Yeah.
So he's being like, look, that I'm fine with. I'm okay with that. And then later, we see towards the end, he starts putting a drift in between them. And like, yeah, it could be for the status stuff, which I think plays a part as well. But I think it's also about like, how will the Golden Horse clan stay in power if he doesn't have kids by blood?
That's a good point.
Like, odds are unless he like, I'm sure the king's thinking about that. If he's like, okay, well, somehow this isn't gonna work. So
I see your point, but I also know you have bias against the king.
I do. Look, I hate the king. I will be honest.
I also don't like the king. I know the king's evil. I agree with you there, but like. I know, like, from day one, you were like, nah, everything bad about the king.
We learned shit later about the history of Emily, and now I'm like, wait, this king is sus. This whole thing is not good. And also, he talks about things later at the end that had me freaking out in my reaction that we will get to.
Oh, okay.
But someone commented saying something else that wasn't what I was thinking, and I'm like, it takes I don't know, we'll get there. It's fine.
Okay.
Anyway, this is when the butler's like, actually, let's use this to our advantage. And they start, fan servicing Kanin and Sharon.
They start fan servicing them. The royal family starts using fan service to their advantage.
Are they not? And like, it's so funny because that's what the Slytherin and Pink Phoenix clans were talking about. They're like, oh, they're just using the buzz. They're just trying to get publicity from it. And then that's what they end up doing.
That's so funny, though. That's so funny.
They're literally fan servicing the royal family.
We need a fan service with the royal family, or else we're gonna remain in power. I just keep thinking, like, what if the fucking, like, royal family of, like, the UK was just like, quick, we gotta start doing some fan service or we're fucked.
That would be hilarious.
It's just really funny. Oh my god.
It would be funnier because obviously we wouldn't really know what's really going down. Obviously, there's a show, so we know we know what's going to end up that way with these two. But that's I don't know. That's weird. You already are famous. Kanin's the new guy. He's already the talk of the town. Let alone now it's like, oh, his bodyguard's his gay lover. Now it's
tea.
Jeez. After a long day, Kanin collapsed on his bed. Tell his bodyguard to leave, but not Sharon. He asked Sharon to stay.
No, he fully goes, and who told you could leave?
Yeah.
I didn't say you.
Yeah, so once they are alone, he asks, like, when you were talking to my grandfather, what did you mean when you said you were merely my royal guard? Because they both, obviously, during that conversation, denied the fact that they had any feelings for each other to, keep the king on their good side. And he says, that's what I had to do. And Kanin's like, oh, but we're friends too, right?
He's like, well, I'm your guard.
Yeah, and they're like, they're trying to figure out what their real relationship is and what their fake relationship is and what their fan servicey relationship is. Like they have all these like different like acts that they need to put on about like what's real and what who to act like when they're around certain people or certain things.
Yeah.
So it's a bit messy.
It's very messy.
Then we get the history of Emily.
Okay, I'm so curious here.
Okay. So
with
Emily was long ruled by the Bouchonnaret Sut royal dynasty, which is Slytherin.
Yeah, it was just Slytherin.
It was originally ruled by the Slytherin. However, during the colonial era, Emily fell into defeat. Invading soldiers oppressed the people for decades, plunging them into poverty and hardship. Eventually, they rose up in union, and the heir of the Slytherin tribe rose with them. He challenged the enemy to a fencing duel. That's where the competition comes in. Whichever side prevailed would lay rightful claim to Emily.
Yes. But then when he won, he was like, I feel grateful to my father.
Yes, Slytherin won and led the nation to reclaim its independence.
Yeah.
He named his father the King of Emily.
Yeah. Which is why the tradition is kept forth that the heirs compete and then the fathers
become king.
Yeah. Which I like that there's explanation for that. I like that there's backstory for why that happens.
Oh yeah, me too. I like that there's a reason.
Yeah.
Um,
Love when there's a reason.
yes. And then it ends with, as the victory had been won through the alliance of the four clans, Prince Thanes from Slytherin then declared the establishment of the royal fencing competition to determine the rightful heir to the throne.
But when did this happen? Colonial times, though.
That was, yeah, colonial time, in the colonial era,
Yeah.
like way back when. So it's interesting that the original leaders and the original rulers of Emily were the Slytherin clan. That is very interesting.
That is very interesting.
I just want to put that out there. Very interesting.
I see what you're saying. Very interesting.
And now the king's going out of his way to specifically prevent them, I feel like, from reclaiming their original, claim.
Reclaiming the original claim.
Yeah, the original claim to the heir and kingdom and Emily and
yes, all that.
I just find it very interesting. I'm just putting it out there.
Very interesting.
Yes. So that's how I guess Cunnan learned about the Royal Fence competition and why it happens. And Sharon pretty much explained that whole thing to him afterwards. So then Sharon tells Cunnan something I'm not sure if he should have told him at this point, but he does. That he had Veddish look in evidence that he got from one of the attackers in the UK and found out that it may have been someone from Emily, specifically someone from the Slytherin clan.
Yeah, this is interesting that you told him this, and he's like, I'm gonna go see them, and I'm like, dude, it's episode 4, you can't just be like, you just got here, you can't now storm into someone else's castle and be like, did you kill my father? Like, but he didn't, to be fair to him.
He did, no, he handled this very well, I will say. He was okay.
He's playing the long game.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did very well at concealing any, because the BLs I've seen, usually it's like, it was you, like lash out immediately, but that he's being sneaky about it.
Well, they're the reason he's being sneaky intel. That we will get to later, that we learn. He has sneaky DNA, it seems, that we'll get to later. But speaking of DNA, we see that Papa Slytherin found out that his DNA matches with Tharin's by 99%. So it seems like the DNA test, it seems like they're trying to tell us it's 100%, or that he is his father. I still don't believe it. I will be completely honest with you, I still don't trust it.
That's the thing, because, how did they get this DNA sample? Did they request it from the king to be sent over? And then if it was, did he send him Cunnins? Or did he send him a different one?
It was, last episode, 2 episodes ago, when he was like, are you sure? And he's like, the king's like, yeah, we did a DNA test. And he's like, well, just to be clarified, I would like to have one done too. And he's like, okay, don't worry. We don't know how exactly the DNA test went down. We don't know if the king did it and gave it to him. We don't know if he went and did it, or I still think the king tampered with it. I don't
Until this show ends, there are 50 options as to who this guy's father is. And it's all because we aren't trusting who his father is. We don't believe it in our soul. So until this show is over and the credits roll, we will continue to believe that his father is someone else.
I will say, I no longer think it's the Slytherin dad.
Yeah, I don't think it's...
Based on what we learn later, I'm hoping it's not the Slytherin dad now. But then again, it is the royal family, and I
know they fuck around, but that'd be really fucking weird.
It would be, but it would also be interesting in a weird way. Because here's the thing: if Cunnin wins, his dad becomes king.
That's what I'm saying. That'll happen, and then
it could be that means me. That's what I think. Anyway. We'll get there.
Watch Golden Horse guy stand up and go, well, that's me, I'm king, but then Blue Shark guys goes, actually no, it's me. Imagine the drama.
Yeah, well, that's because whole thing about the heirs fight and then their dads become king. That seemed like a set to be someone's dad isn't really their dad.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be a shocking twist. I don't know when the competition is gonna be held. Probably towards the back end or mid end of the series. But whenever it does, if it's not in the last episode, they could easily be a plot twist. It'll be like, actually, he is not his dad.
Also, can I say, I've just realized that up until this point, no, so far, we have not seen anybody's mother, like from any of the clans, not a single mother.
Yeah.
We have literally not seen one single mother ever anywhere. It looks like the dads just wander around by themselves. Like, even when they're sitting in their, like, chambers and talking about stuff, like with the dad and the kid, like dad and daughter in the pink phoenix tribe. Mother, nowhere to be found. Don't know where the mothers are.
Yeah, I mean, we know that the golden horse mother died. Quote unquote died. There could still be a plot twist.
We know the blue shark wife, I'll say, died because there was never a mother. Or, like, consort
But
or whatever.
in the intro,
Yes.
towards the end when they're showing all the family with portraits, there is a blue shark female. An older looking woman, I'd say. I think maybe the wife.
Really? Because he said that his consort died before she could bear children or something like that.
Yeah, that's the only other female. I think we see maybe Mira in the pink phoenix one because it's like a small picture, but I can't really make her out. And then green, the Slytherin doesn't have anyone new really. So like, yeah, I think, yeah, the mothers aren't around. I mean, maybe all the mothers are dead.
What is going on in this kingdom, bro?
Well, I mean, we do know that Emily have been known to be a bit sexist in the past. Like, what if they like get rid of all the what if you can only have one child and then it's like after that it's like okay the end and it's like
the
that's
end.
A dark twist. Okay, I'm not going to talk about that. That's very dark. Actually.
Fucking Christ! He said the end.
Anyway,
damn.
Kanin arrives at the Slytherin clan. And he's like, hey, it's nice to meet you. Like, Ramil kind of takes him off. They go, and he's like, hey, I want to show you a special place. Before Kanin goes with him, Sharon warns him. He's like, hey, don't trust Ramil. You know, you shouldn't trust him. And he's like, don't worry, I don't trust anyone but you.
Fair.
Yeah.
That, as you should.
Fair. So then we see that Ramil and Kanin go biking. And they go up on this nice, beautiful looking cliff side.
It looks gorgeous, yeah.
It was so cool.
Very pretty.
Yeah, apparently it's closed off to outsiders.
Literally just for them, yeah.
Yeah, it's only for Slytherin clan members.
Members, it's like they have to pay a membership or something. Become a member of the Slytherins today. You could get all this for free.
Honestly, I'd join.
After what you saw, what happened with them, you would join?
We said at the beginning that we are both Slytherins, so we both relate to them, and I am standing my ground. I'm standing firm in the Slytherin clan. I'm standing firm with Ramil and Paytai.
It's not technically Slytherin, it's Green Snake. This could have a totally different vibe.
And I relate, and I'm like, you know what? I feel this, I see this, I support in all their endeavors.
You support what happens at the end of this episode?
I support Ramil and Paytai in all their endeavors, the dad not so much. I want that to be clear.
I want to be clear.
This is when Ramil reveals that Kanin's mother was a Slytherin.
Yeah.
That it was his dad's cousin.
Interesting. So
they're
grandfathers,
like second cousins.
Yeah, because then
right?
So grandfather, yeah, grandfather's one of his grandfather's kids had
hang on, I'm trying to think of it in terms of like my family. Like, because I'm like, it somehow makes it easier if I do, because I'm like, okay, my cousin, right? So if I was Slytherin dad, which I don't want to think about, but I'm Slytherin dad, my cousin has a child.
Yeah, my cousin's baby, a couple of my cousins have babies, so they're going to be in the same spot as these guys.
So wait, hang on. Okay, hang on. Hang on. I need to go up another generation. I can't do it with me that. It's too confusing. Okay. My dad's cousin has. I think you're just like second cousins or something. Actually, we're not. I think
Okay,
it's like
no. Here, let me just. Okay. We have Grandpa up here, like the Slytherin Grandpa up here, right?
Wait. Which was Slytherin Grandpa?
Yes, we have Slytherin Grandpa up here. We're talking in terms of Slytherin. Slytherin Grandpa is up here,
Okay.
right? Okay, and then
Sure.
he has
Yes,
kids.
he's up top.
Yes, he has kids. One of which is Slytherin Dad.
Yes.
Next of which is Kanin's mom.
No. That would make them brother and sister. They're cousins.
You're right. No, okay. Slytherin Dad is up here. No, okay. I got this.
I'm literally Googling my dad's.
No,
okay,
I got this.
my
I got this. No, I got this.
My-
Okay,
my
Slytherin
dad-
great grandpa's
okay,
up here.
You got it. I'm still Googling. My dad's cousin.
Think about it. No, Slytherin. I got it.
Son-
Slytherin
okay,
great grandpa's up
My
here.
dad's
Up here. Keep
cousin's
watch.
son
Slytherin great
to me.
Slytherin
Second
great
cousin.
grandpa.
I got it. The second cousin.
Slytherin great.
There we go. Let's end that.
Dude. So the Slytherin great grandpa's.
I know. We already got it. They're second cousins. We got it. We're done.
Let me talk through
No,
it.
we got
Let me talk through it. The Slytherin great grandpa's up here. He has
Oh
two
my-
kids.
It's so hot in here. Holy shit. I'm like dying. Sorry. I'm like fucking sweating my ass off now. Hang on, can I
Slytherin
turn the light
great grandpa. Slytherin great grandpa has two kids. That's and then this grandpa has the dad, has Slytherin dad, and then this child has Kanin's mom, and then they
Right.
have their children.
Of course, yes.
Second cousins.
I said that for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I know, but I wanted to talk through it, and you would not be like, yeah.
Oh my god. Anyway, Kanin and Ramil are second cousins.
Yes.
Okay.
Ow.
And so then Ramil gives him a snake bracelet. It's not the same as the one that we were talking about
Dude.
last week.
When he said, "Here's a bracelet," I went, "A bracelet?" I was like watching it like a hawk, but I was like, "Nah, it's too slinky."
No, it's very thin, very like
Yeah.
small. It's literally just has a snake and then it's a regular bracelet.
Yeah, it's a slinky bracelet. It's not like a bangle kind of situation.
Yeah. And he gives it to him since he is technically part of the Slytherin clan as well.
I was trying to figure out what his plan was here, but I'm still not sure.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't
no
know.
idea. I was literally trying so hard to figure this fucking thing out, and I was like, what is your plan, bro? Like, just to unsettle people? Like, what is the plan here?
It could have been like a scare tactic.
That too. I see that.
Anyway, Ramil talks about when he was a kid, and whenever he felt sad, he would always come here by himself because all the pressure and expectations from, everything made him feel so small and sad. Which is kind of what we talked about earlier with the whole, we were kind of joking about it earlier of him being, jealous about Kanin and Sharon and their whole, big buzz thing, but, knowing his relationship with Beitai and, his expectations that he need to live by and all that stuff, they kind of connect.
Yeah.
And so I think it makes sense why he's telling him this. And he goes on to add that being part of the royal family. No, Kanin says being part of the royal family must have weighed heavy on you when you were a kid and growing up and all that stuff.
Mm.
And he gives him a like shoulder pat, and he's like, "Hey, it was to help you stand with the grace you possess today. So even though it's hard, you did it." And he gives him a little shoulder pat, and I'm like, "That's great."
That's nice of him.
Yeah. Also, full disclosure, because I am Team Ramil. I love Ramil, but during my reaction, I literally was like, "Is he gonna push him off this cliff?"
Dude, so did I. Not even a lie. I was like, is he actually gonna push him off this cliff? I was like, if he does, that he's ballsy, because everyone knows that you went out with him and no one else.
Well, see, that's the
that
thing.
is
And
ballsy as
I
fuck.
literally kept saying all these horrible things Ramil could do, and I'd be like, he could do that. I'd still like him, but he could do it.
Oh my god.
Look, we all knew that Ramil's definitely the kind of person I'd be supporting in these kind of shows.
Yeah,
he's the antagonist with the abusive father. I have a history of liking people like that. It's fine.
You really fucking do.
I have a type, and it is very clear. the typhus.
You have a very, very large type. It can be
Yes.
seen from, say, Vegas.
Vegas. Kenta kind of counts too, if you think about that.
Yeah, but he's
And
not
now
that. He's
Ramil.
not bad. He's not a jackass, Kenta.
Well, I kind of worked for Tony for most of season 1 of Pepe, at least. Like,
Yeah, but he's not. He was never like an asshole. He was just like, you know, doing someone's bidding. Like, he was never an asshole about it, though. Not that I
no,
remember.
but he would also. I mean, I still like, you know, the characters who are like raised by these horrible people who like abuse the children, who like, and the children are seen as antagonists, but they're actually not. They're actually like just like tortured souls. Yeah. So we got Vegas, Kenta, and Ramil on my list of
Christ.
those guys, who I will always support in my heart, and I will always love and care for them.
It's nice and questionable for me.
Look, we all know I have issues. So let's move on. Anyway, then okay, no lie, this was really cool. We get the snake statue deeper in the cave, the Serpent King.
This
statue.
was cool as fuck. Yeah, this was cool as fuck.
See, and this is why I pay membership to be a Slytherin, because that statue looks sick.
That is a very sick statue, I will say. Like, this is when I saw that, I was like, "Damn, money did go into this." Like, because it's like really
for real. Like, this is like an
extravagant
this
shit,
bro. So expensive. I like, honestly, it, and so far, only 4 episodes in, it was worth the wait. Like, I know it's been like a long time coming, but like, so far, I'm having a blast.
I can see that they put a lot of effort into it, which I really do appreciate. This has been really interesting so far, and we're only 4 in.
Yeah. And Ramil says, like, this is where the emblem came from. Like, they found the statue, and that's where the emblem of the Slytherin tribe came from.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, if you look at your bracelet, you can compare it, and you can see where the snake stuff come from. And he looks, and the bracelet's gone.
Uh-oh. Spaghetti-o.
Yeah. So someone said that Ramil purposely made it so the lock wouldn't stick and it would fall off.
I mean, okay, so watching this, I was like, I swear to God, he tampered with it. But also,
I did too.
like, I'm like, how would he do that?
But then also later, it doesn't make sense on if he wanted him to lose it. But like,
yeah.
No,
know. But like, you know what? No, it literally, I was like, the second I was like, oh, this man's evil, like, I wasn't, now I'm not so sure, but for some reason, this made me think it was, is when, oh gosh, what was it? He says, it's right after that, it's in this scene, he says, like, he was like, where did it go? Oh no, you must have dropped it somewhere. And then he turns to him and he just goes like, you know, in this clan, we like...
Yeah, okay, you know, that's literally what he says. He literally says, you may not know this, but in our Slytherin clan, we value every gift we receive and protect it with our lives.
I was like, bro, this man is guilt tripping this bitch so hard. Like, he's like, I was like, man, this man is evil, but like, I guess not.
Yeah, but then he's immediately like, okay, but don't worry, I will go back and I can help you find it. Like, and he immediately like changes his tune.
It's interesting. I will say I am intrigued by his character.
Yeah. Because also, even if he didn't make it lock, okay. Do we also think that he tampered with the bike as well? Because it's right before he like looks back at him and then like kind of starts going. I don't know. I feel like he gave him a flat.
Was that what happened to the bike?
I'm pretty sure he says like he got a flat tire, but he also goes over this big like. I think he drives for a bit and then he like goes over him and you're like, oh no, the tire is flat or whatever. So I feel like he would have noticed if he started driving before. So I don't know. Yeah,
I literally don't know. I have no idea what happened here. But I feel like that's supposed to be the case. Like,
yeah,
maybe we'll find out more about what really happened. Like, if he did something or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
We're not supposed to know yet, I think.
Yeah. But then we see that Ramil, he does drive back, and he does find the bracelet.
If he had it in his pocket, I would have been like, oh, this bitch has planned it. But no, he did drop it somewhere. It was just like, he didn't know where either. So.
Yeah.
Weird.
It's also weird because what happens later, which we'll get to, but I don't want to put a pin in that. Because then we have Kanin. He's looking around. He realizes he has no cell service, so he starts driving off, and he falls off his bike, and he realizes he's kind of like stuck. So then back at the Slytherin castle, Peitai goes over to Sharon, and he's like, "Oh, why are you here? Like, where are Ramil and Kanin?" And he's like, "Oh, they went in the forest behind the palace." And he's like, "Oh, when did they leave?" And he's like, "Oh, 4 hours ago." So they've been gone for 4 hours.
Which, yeah, that happens when you're hiking, I guess.
Yeah, doing stuff like that takes a while.
Yeah.
And I noticed Peitai kind of have a look on his face,
Mhm.
like where I think he knows what's going on.
Yeah, because he looks at him like this throughout the whole like rest of the episode. He looks at him like, you're not doing you're saying one thing, but I feel like something else is happening. Like I know something,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
So then Ramil rushes in, and he's like, "Where's Kanin? He went missing. I can't reach him by phone."
Ugh.
And so Sharon runs out. Peitai starts following him, but Ramil stops him, and he's like, "Why are you here? Why are you back already? You weren't supposed to return until tomorrow."
Interesting. What the fuck does that mean?
I will get there later. Just you wait.
Okay, because I am super duper curious on what the fuck that means. Because he said that, and I was like, wait, what are you talking about? What the
It
fuck
makes
what
so
do
much sense, and it will make it all adds up later. Don't worry.
Okay.
So they keep looking through the tunnels. Ramil says they went this way, and so Sharon's like, "Okay, I'll go this way," and he goes the opposite way, and then he ends up finding Kanin there,
Yeah.
which could have been Ramil trying to throw them off, but also could have been the fact that when Kanin started to leave, he went the wrong way.
Maybe, yeah.
Because Kanin, I feel like Kanin got a good while before he fell off the bike and it kind of did that stuff. So this was the first time here. He could have got lost.
Yeah, he doesn't know the area, so like.
Yeah. So Sharon finds him. He's like, "Oh my god, are you okay?" It's like, "Yeah, I got a little cut. I'm fine." And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry for making you worry." And Sharon's like, Don't apologize. This is my fault." And she's like, "How is this your fault? Like, it was just an accident." And Sharon's like, "No, it's my fault. It's my duty to protect you. If I fail or do any of that and you end up in danger, it's my fault."
Yeah, he's like, then what good am I with my job and everything?
Yeah, and he made an oath to protect him with his life. Which may be foreshadowing.
Oh, please don't.
I'm just throwing it out there. We always have to throw it out there.
I mean, he's already kind of protected him with his life up until this point anyway. They had to run from killers, so.
Yeah. So then Sharon literally picks him up Ryle style. And it looks like he's about to walk out with him like that, but then Ramil and the others kind of show up, and he's gonna be like, "Oh,
I'll
okay,
put you down, yes. I'll put you down, it's fine, never mind."
Yeah. And Ramil runs over, and he's like, "Oh, I went back to the cave to find you, but I couldn't find you. But I found the bracelet. Here, I'll give it back to you." And gives him the bracelet back. Which goes to my thing of like, if Ramil wanted to tamper with the bracelet, make him lose the bracelet to make him feel bad, look bad in the eyes of the Slytherin clan, why did he give it back? He could easily like throw it off the cliff or something, or like leave it there, or like not have found it, and then like.
Also, is this bracelet anything important? Do you think this bracelet has some sort of more meaning than it seems?
I mean, we know. I mean, I'm assuming it's the Slytherin bracelet, and he gave it to him because they're
Yeah.
cousins, and also could be with the fact that like he said, that when a Slytherin gives a gift, like they protect it with their lives, and it's like a very important thing.
Yeah.
So it could be something like that as well.
But I'm wondering if it'll come into play later.
Maybe. So then back at the castle, Kanin's butler is treating his wounds, and Papa Slytherin comes in, and he's like, "Oh my god, are you okay?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm fine, no worries." And he slaps Peitai in the face.
Bro, I got whiplash myself from just that. I was like, what? I was like, yo, yeah. I looked down at my phone for a half a second. I looked up right when he did it, and I went, whoa, 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 whoa.
And he says it's your fault letting Ramil take Kanin into the forest unaccompanied.
It's like he's not even his own person. But also, I guess that's why maybe he's like, you should have come back tomorrow. No.
Well,
No,
hang on. Just wait. I'll get there.
Motherfucker. I'm so curious. Oh my god.
And he tells Ramil, and he's like, Ramil, have you apologized to him? And he like looks at him, and we know he already did, right?
We know he already did. Yes.
And he goes over to him. He grabs the back of Ramil's neck, and he's like, I asked if you apologize to him.
Bro, chill the fuck out.
Dude, like this was like, and Kanen's watching, and he's like, stop that, please. It's
Dude,
fine.
yeah, Kanen's like, can we like calm down, maybe?
Yeah, and he's like, I'm not mad, I'm not blaming him, I'm just like,
yeah,
chill.
I'm safe. Accidents happen. It's fine.
So then Kanen's like, okay, well, I'm gonna leave now.
Yeah, I fucking would.
Yeah, well, it's good because then we hear whipping noises, and we cut to Papa Slytherin whipping Pei-Tai.
What the fuck?
And he's like, that's a stupid thing you did. Keeps whipping him. And he's like, you are clearly them. He's talking to Ramil as he's whipping Pei-Tai, though. Like, he's not talking to Pei-Tai. He is talking to Ramil while whipping Pei-Tai.
I'm betting. This is why I think he does this. I'm betting he does this because if he were to slap or whip or do anything to his kid, the news stories would be like, hey, yo, why does this kid have marks all over him? And he would put him in a very bad light. So he takes it out on servants and makes him watch, which has a kind of similar effect, if not worse, because it makes him feel guilty as well.
So I thought that too. That was one of my theories as well about this. Because I was like, one, he knows they're in a relationship and he's taking out on him to hurt him more. Or B, like you said, it's like he can't do anything to Ramil because if he ends up with like marks or scars or something, people will talk. And so he takes down the butler instead. And his dad can call him out and he's like, oh, like, don't think I don't know. You took him there because you knew there was no signal and you would make the bracelet go missing on purpose. And Ramil says no.
But why?
But that's the thing. Why would he do it if he gave it back?
Yeah, why? Like, what was the plan here? I don't know the plan here. Was it just to leave him out there forever? But, like, then he didn't. He ran back and was like, help me find him. So, like, what is going on?
I don't know. But then, he keeps whipping Pei-Tai. And Ramil's, like, crying. And he, like, holds his chin up to, like, look at him. Which is, like, very intimidating. And he's like, listen. As long as the Golden Horse clan are still in power, don't you dare pull more stupid stunts on Kanin again. And let it be clear that it was your stupidity that made Pei-Tai like this.
Jesus.
And then he leaves. And he looks at Pei-Tai, Pei-Tai looks at him, and it's a very, like, sad, awkward moment. So, the whole, why are you back today thing.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, I did get a comment, and it kind of explained it. I'm like, oh, this makes so much sense. Hang on, where was it?
Okay, yeah, please explain then. I'm so in.
So, this is the same at Melinda Wilson 9175. So, they said Prince Ramil doesn't want to kill or hurt Prince Kanin. He just wants to scare him in order to show him who has the power. That's why he ran back to Sharon to help find Prince Kanin. Prince Ratchata, which is Papa Slytherin, hits Pei-Tai instead of Ramil because he knows that will hurt him more and leave a bigger impression. It's also why Prince Ramil asked Pei-Tai why he came back early. He thought that Pei-Tai would be safe because he wouldn't be there if his father found out what happened to Kanin.
That's a very good point.
So that's why he asked, why are you back? And he's asking like a shock, like, no, you shouldn't be here moment. Because it's like, he didn't want him to be here because he knew that,
hurt.
Yeah, he would hurt him.
Yeah. Okay, I definitely see that. I agree.
Yeah. Which I think goes back to like the whole Ramil Pei-Tai relationship of that, like, he does really like love and care for Pei-Tai. And like, regardless of what their relationship exactly is at this point, we still don't know. But he does love and care about him, and he is trying to keep him safe. Yeah. And I think that little interaction, this whole whipping scene. So then we're back at the Golden Horse clan, and Kanin is with Sharon. And Kanin's like, well, that was dumb. This was a dumb plan. And Sharon's like, you were just outmatched by the royal family's games.
Oh, Yeah, they play mind games, bro. This guy plays mind games at the very least.
Yeah. And he does say that he was happy that it was Sharon who found him.
Of course he is.
But Kanin says, like, both the incident and the attacker with the police, like, all had to do with, like, the Slytherin clan, so he wants to make sure that no one talks about what happened and that this doesn't get out. But Sharon's like, but no secrets can be hidden from the king.
Yeah, this is when I started to agree with you on your thought process of like, but he might be a little too indebted to the king where he'll tell him, you know, whatever
Yes.
he needs him to tell him and whatever he needs
Yes.
him to do.
Okay.
So this was my first thought of like, oh, maybe he's right about that.
Well,
Oh no.
we do cut to the king with Sharon admiring a constellation picture. And before that, he's asking him, like, what, like, you know, how was your day? What happened with Kanin? And Sharon's like, yeah, no, he journeyed as he pleased. And King's like, I'm sure you know there's no safer place in here. Already alluding to the fact that he knows what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Because he wouldn't need to point that out if it didn't.
No, he wouldn't. No.
Yeah. And so he's like, yes, this constellation picture. The constellation of the twins. Glowing brightly in the sky. Now, I was freaking out when he was talking about this twin constellation thing. Because do you remember our crazy-ass twin theory we had last week? That the king
Oh my god,
twin?
yeah. Oh my god, yeah, we did have a twin theory, didn't
And
we?
I was
oh
like,
my god.
I was freaking out about it during this because I'm like, wait, oh my god, what? But
oh my god.
yeah, I don't know if that was the case because there was a comment I'll read later that kind of shut that down a little bit.
It'd be really fun if it was though.
I don't know, yeah.
Keep it in our back pocket.
Yeah, the twin theory is still out there. It's fine.
It's still out. It's always out there, waiting
In the sky, apparently.
in the sky.
Yeah, so the king said the two stars stand side by side, yet it is what? It is no feet. What did I say? Yet it is no
Doesn't
easy
have-
feet. It is no easy feet.
Oh,
There it is, yeah.
it has no feet. What?
Yeah. I was like, feet, what? Legend tells that Pollux is akin to a god, one who possesses immortality. And while Castor is like a mortal with a fleeting life. The two cannot remain together unless Pollux sacrifices his immortality. And should this tale end in death, do you still find it romantic? Because Sharon was talking about how it being romantic.
Yeah.
So this is where I bring up
my thought before
yeah,
you say
you
that.
say
My
yours,
thought. My thought when he was telling this story was like, I feel like he was telling Charon without telling him, like without saying the words. It's like, don't pursue. Like, I know you might have feelings, I'm not sure, for my grandson. Don't pursue him, because the only way that you would be together, you would be able to be together, would be if Kanin sacrificed the crown, or his immortality, to go with you, and I'm not fucking letting that happening, so let's not do that. So that was my thought process on, like, what he meant by that.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what Melinda Wilson 9175 said as well. It
Oh,
was
great!
pretty much the same
Okay.
exact thing about that King was warning him about the immortality, royal status thing, and that's the only way to give it up. Which I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't think I don't want that to be the case, because I feel like Kanin would easily give that up in a heartbeat. He does not care about that.
He would, yeah. I don't think it would be what the ending is, but I think that's what the king is, like, telling Charon. But I don't think that's what the ending's gonna be.
Yeah. So when I first saw that, I was thinking, oh, twins. The king's talking about twins. It's the twin theory. And that's what I was mainly talking about, and I ignored this whole thing.
Yeah.
So that, that whole thing that you said could be an option as well. Or, this is where my other crazy theory comes on. What if the king is speaking from experience?
Ooh, interesting. Oh, so, like, he was in love with someone at one point, and he would have had to give up his royal status to be with them, and then he decided not to?
Yes. And what if it was the person who has the Slytherin bracelet?
Ooh. But why would they
Boom.
have the Slytherin bracelet?
Because they were a Slytherin.
Intriguing thought. I like that. Very interesting.
That I'm just throwing it out there.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're putting down.
Okay. But then Sharon apologizes to the king. He's like, I'm sorry, your majesty, but in my personal humble opinion, even though they stand together as stars in the sky, their tale endures as one of love that leaves a lasting impression.
Yeah, even if you don't end up together, even if you can end up together, it still is a story of love. It's just a bittersweet story of love.
Yeah,
it's always
like
going to be
tragic
romantic.
love story.
Yeah, it's always going to be love and romantic. It's just going to be a different kind of story.
So the king, after that, he's just like, yeah, okay, you are an artistic person, very artistic, And then he's like, oh, by the way, Prince Calvin of Boujar is to come and further his studies in the arts at your university.
So make sure he feels welcome and like is taught well, kind of thing.
Yeah, I want you to
an ally.
Show him around. I trust no one else but you to show him all this stuff.
You would want someone you trust because he's technically an ally of the crown,
Yeah.
So.
And Sharon is like, well, okay, but if I do that, I will have no time to dedicate to training Prince Kanin.
And he's like, oops, oh well.
he literally says, forget that.
Yeah, he literally he's like you're not gonna be doing that. It's like, well,
yeah.
Kanin asked for that though. So I think the king is now just like, I'm starting to not give a damn about what Kanin wants and getting on his good side because he's asking for too much shit.
Yeah. And he literally says, go on and do what you truly love. Which is, to him it's teach art.
Yeah.
And he's like, as for Kanin, leave him to me. So that he can find greater focus.
The pros and cons of sucking up to Kanin are starting to unbalance. It's starting to become more of a con.
Yeah.
To suck up to him, and now he's just like, yeah, it's time for me to take the reins and make sure that you win this competition. So.
Yeah.
I had that dream again. My small business needs to hire, but I don't use LinkedIn, and I hire wrong. So our orders get all backed up. We're drowning in paperwork, then actually drowning. Carol is fighting off sharks with a stapler, and pirates are pillaging the office copier, and then I wake up.
Don't let hiring nightmares ruin your dreams. LinkedIn Jobs' new AI assistant goes beyond the resume, using unique insights to deliver a smarter shortlist. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/quality. Start hiring today with LinkedIn.
He's using manipulation.
Yeah, he's running this whole fucking kingdom.
Yeah.
And so Sharon leaves, and the king's butler, he says, "It's my belief that Prince Kanin may have ordered Mr. Sharon to not speak about what happened in the Slytherin clan." And he's like, don't worry about it. Nothing bad happened. It's fine.
Yeah.
So he knows what happened.
Yeah, I'm sure he did.
Well, yeah, that kind of confirms it that he knew.
It'd be weird if he didn't, because this bitch has eyes all over the kingdom.
He knows everything.
He knows everything. Yeah, obviously he knows.
Yeah. And he said that some distance between Kanin and Sharon might be for the better.
I'm sure that, he obviously, I don't know, he might not know why Kanin wanted to go to the Slytherin kingdom. With Charon being, the one to be like, hey, they might have a hand in your, pseudo-father's death. But he still probably is, he just up and nowhere decided to go there. And I feel like he wouldn't have done that. So I'm going to separate you guys and see if that helps. Because I feel like something you did made him want to go. And I don't like that. We're not doing this. No. This is not a thing that's happening. He's going to stay, because he said that thing to him about this is where he's safest, this castle. So I feel like now that he's like, Charan, you don't need to watch him anymore. Fuck off. He's going to be like, Kanin, stay right here.
Yeah, he's literally going to be the only person Kanin can turn to.
Yeah.
He's going to isolate him from everyone else.
Yep. And
anyway, that's where the episode ends. Who's the MVP for this episode? 3, 2, 1.
Ramil?
Peitai.
Oh. You chose a different one.
Well, that shocked me.
No, yeah, I gave it to her because again, MVP most valuable, the person with the most impact. Like I was struggling with whether to give it to him or not because if we had known what the fuck he was doing or what his like what he wanted the outcome to be, then I would have been like absolutely him because he like put through a plan and saw it through. But I don't know what he was doing. So like, but he still had a major impact on the episode, whether we knew what the fuck he was doing or not. But I feel like his plans will be revealed to us at some point, and then this will all come full circle. But I feel like he was doing something,
Yeah.
and it was working in his favor until it didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's why I didn't give it to him, because I was gonna give it to him, but I'm like, at the end of the day,
We don't know what he did.
yeah, we don't know, but also the fact that in the end, Peitai got hurt because of it, and we know that we're assuming that's not what he wanted, and so that's why I didn't give it to him, and I gave it to Peitai instead because he fucking took it like a champ. Like he came back like, and he kind of like, again, he knew what Ramil was up to, and he maybe he could have left. Like had he known, he could have like left to save himself, but he's like, no, I'm gonna stay. And he took the whipping, he took the slapping, he took it all, and granted, he unfortunately might be used to this at this point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He might be used to it.
But like, I still think like he took it like I think Peitai knows what Ramil's plan was, and he didn't rat him out on it, if he knew, whatever it was. And so I also commend him for that as well.
Fair, I see that. Okay, so as you guys know, we don't watch the promos. And while I'm in the midst of making the murder board, we decided to fill our promo vibes time with murder board time.
Yes.
It's murder board time, y'all. I don't have the murder board fully set up yet, but we are going to go over some of the things we might be able to add to it. Like, for instance, the twins constellation.
Yes.
I'll just put twins, just in parentheses, maybe, a question mark.
The thing is, the twin constellation could mean 3 different things that we come up with.
Exactly.
So
twin painting.
Yeah, so it could either be the one our crazy, oh, the king has a twin theory from the Slytherin tribe or something. It could be what everyone else was saying about the whole, like, oh, it was the king warning Sharon about him and kind of not being able to be together unless he gives up his royal status. Or it could be my batshit crazy theory that the king went through that and gave up his royal status for someone, and that someone might be the Slytherin bracelet guy.
Yeah. So it'll go on the list of clues, but it won't be relegated to a specific thing that we're thinking of until we narrow it down a little bit more, because it could mean a couple different things. Like, there's a couple things we have to figure out. We got to figure out what went down with Kanin's mom. We have to figure out what went down with Charon's parents, and we got to figure out what the king's we know his endgame kind of, but like what the fuck is going on with him otherwise. Like, he's evil, but like to what extent and why, you know? So
we also need to figure out who Kanin's real father is, because we still don't believe it's the Golden Horse.
Who Kanin's real father is, who's been trying to kill Kanin, who I'm assuming also maybe killed his mother. If they're connected, they might not even be. So there's many things we're trying to figure out here, which is why there's now a murder board. So
yes,
the list of clues will separate into their own specific categories once we figure out what the fuck we're trying to figure out. I'm gonna do something that I did see someone do when they were recapping Pretty Little Liars, like the entirety of it, because throughout the show it's like what the whole thing is like what happened to Allison that night, why did she disappear? And so like as he went through each season and each episode, he revealed like a sticky note on the side that had like, you know, this happened first during the night and this happened this. So I think I'll put like a bunch of sticky notes at the bottom of the murder board. And while we try to figure out what happened to Kanin's mother that night, because I'm thinking what happened to Charon's parents also happened on that night. That's my guess. Right now,
do you think?
Maybe, because as I said, he was looking up at rain, he was dressed nicely, and he turned around on a road to look at the ground. I don't know. But, like, my current theory is that they happened on the same night and it was in the same event. But I'm not gonna put it on that now, but right now something happened that night, and I'm just gonna put a bunch of empty sticky notes along the bottom of the murder board, and we'll fill them in as we find out more about that night.
Okay.
But right now it's a mess because I was just putting information on there that we don't even necessarily need because we already know it, And once I figure out what the fuck we're gonna be even trying to figure out, then I'll have a bit of more of a coherent murder board.
Yeah.
But it's not coherent right now. I was also gonna put it on my wall, but it was missing pieces
Oh.
when I got it from Walmart. It was missing crucial pieces to hang it on the wall. So I was like, thanks, Walmart. So currently that's not happening. But maybe I'll do it, maybe I won't. I don't know. We'll see. But,
Okay.
yeah. Woo!
Any other clues?
No. Do you think there are any other clues? I didn't see it. The bracelet maybe might come back. I'll write down the bracelet just in case.
But I think that's just like a Slytherin thing. I don't know if that's like, I mean, we can, but like, I don't know if that's like super.
The other bracelet's more interesting.
Well, that leads to the mystery. Like that
leads to the mystery.
We need to keep an eye out for who has that bracelet, and no one we've seen so far does.
No one we've seen so far does. So yeah, it's obviously something to maybe that might come back around, but I don't feel like it's something to watch out for because it's just on Cunning's wrist at the moment.
Yeah.
So okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Okay. I'm wondering. Actually, I do have maybe a slight theory. Like, what if like the king sees the bracelet on Cunning's wrist and he's like, "Get that off."
Because what if? Oh, okay. So there's two different reasons he would do that as well. Is it because he's seen it before and it brings him bad memories, or is it because it's part of a Slytherin thing and he's like, "Oh no, I fucking hate those bitches. Take that off your wrist right now." Like, there's two things, or it could be both.
Wait. What do you mean by the first one?
The first one,
he's
seen it before. Maybe he's seen it before on someone,
like with his
and it's a
lover?
bad.
Oh,
maybe
no.
I don't know,
Okay.
but yeah, but
maybe I am still on that the king had a Slytherin lover theory.
Maybe, but it's just like it's connected to a memory that he doesn't want to remember or some shit like that.
That's why he's Slytherin.
Yeah, take it the fuck off, like.
Yeah, I feel like that might happen next episode or at some point. Be like, he sees that, be like, no.
We'll see it again. We'll see that bracelet again, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything else.
Clues?
Yeah. There weren't really many clues.
I mean, we know that we're assuming that Papa Slytherin is not Cunning's dad because Cunning's mom is his cousin.
Yeah.
Which is something to learn that he is part Slytherin.
Yes. And maybe not at all Asawati Watin. So like it depends on who his father is though. We'll see.
Okay. So I think that's it for The Next Prince, episode 4.
Yes.
We will be back next week where we will be recapping The Next Prince, episode 5.